Big Ronnie saying if you don't watch this guy's YouTube channel, you're making a big mistake.
What's up, everybody? OGP is hanging out with you on is this a Thursday afternoon? Is that what we're doing? I should be wearing my Patriots gear because we got the Pats and Bills tonight. Going to be an exciting game. Rooting for my Pats come out on top here, but we'll see how that goes. That's a little bit later. But right now, it's like 2 o'clock on the West Coast, Thursday afternoon. I just thought I would drop in and say what's up and just chat with everybody for a little while here, maybe an hour or two, something like that. But mainly, the one thing that I do want to talk about is, and this is just another movie that I love. I did want to mention that Alienoid, this movie that my good friends at Wellgo USA sent me, is coming out on Blu-ray on December 6th, so less than a week away. Next week, early next week, you can grab yourself a copy of Alienoid, Blu-ray, DVD, or digital. You can get a copy, and should be able to pick it up anywhere, Walmart, Best Buy, that type of stuff. But this was another phenomenal release from my good friends at Wellgo USA. They've been putting out some good stuff, and like that, and as we've talked about, Hansan and Emergency Declaration, some great movies from my friends over at Wellgo USA. But the Alienoid, that was phenomenal. That or The Witch 2 might be my favorite from them. But anyways, I did want to mention that it's coming out next week. We'll talk a little bit more about that maybe in a few minutes. But for now, what's up, Blackbeard? How you doing? I think you meant to say food. Good to see you live. Yeah, just hanging out. And I've been trying to do these where I go live a little bit earlier in the day, so I can catch some different audience. Maybe some folks when I do go live at like 5 o'clock here and it's 8, then it would be like, I don't know, midnight or later over in Europe. And so I thought, you know what, I'll jump on a little bit early here today, and we'll hang out for a little while and see what's up with everybody. And hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. And I put up that video yesterday where I went and got the Christmas tree, got the room all decorated, and kind of did a like a little room tour of, for Christmas decorations in here. So if you haven't seen that, it was put up yesterday. That's up there if you care to check it out. I had some fun decorating the room and also went out shopping, went to Walmart, went to Home Depot, went to my local grocery store to look for things. And so it was a lot of fun. I think it's a fun little video. It's getting the people that are watching it getting a lot of thumbs up. So check that out if you want. That's available. I put it up yesterday. Brent Mania, what's up? Yes, right. That's right. In living orange and black color here. And Adam, what's up? How you doing, Adam? Hope you have a macho Christmas. Oh yeah. That's what we're doing. We're having a macho, man. We're snapping in. Oh yeah, snapping into Christmas just like that. Yep. It's random indeed. It is very random. We're just like, what the heck? You know what? Let's go say hi to everybody. Let's go hang out for a little while. Just be randomly online here. That's what we're doing. Cleveland Browns fan here. Can't believe they beat Tampa. Would you say Tom Brady days are numbered? Brady, it is looking like Brady's coming to the end of the road. But the team that, Tampa is not the same team it was the last couple of years. And so could have something to do with it as well. But I think a lot of what's going on with Brady, lack of performance, probably due to his mind and heart being somewhere else because of like splitting up with his wife and stuff. I think that's probably has a lot to do with it. Tom is out passing up that paycheck for analysis commentary. Yeah, I think that's what I think. Brady has a cush job whenever he does retire. If he wants to be in the booth, he will be in the booth. But he's talked about like acting and things also. So, just because he'll be off the playing field whenever that day comes, doesn't mean we've seen the last of him. He'll be around, but I don't know. There's speculation that he may leave Tampa next year and wind up with a different team. They were talking about possibly the 49ers or some other teams, but in the last couple days, some weird speculation that he would wind up back with New England has popped up. And I would find that surprising, just because if whatever problems New England might have right now, quarterback is not a problem. Mac Jones has been maturing and growing and getting better and better. And against the Vikings, he had a phenomenal game. And so I don't think you would sit Mac Jones for a year after he's already been in 2 years and went to the playoffs in his first season. I don't think you would sit him to bring Brady back for a year. It would seem weird. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice stuffing, macaroni cheese. Santa put Christmas gifts under. Yeah. Run DMC, man. You know what? And that's is that a song, Brent Mania? That sounds so familiar. But yeah, man, we gotta love Run DMC. Sean, what's up, Sean? Retirement with the Pats makes the most sense to you. And that's what I think. I think that they will bring him back. He'll sign a 1-day contract, and he'll retire. He'll retire as a Patriot, but it'll be like a 1-day contract. That's what I think. If I had a bet, I would bet this is his last year. Indy trailer looks so good, man. I cannot wait for Indiana Jones, the new movie. That's one of those franchises that even if you rate, like the part 4 or whatever, and it's like, it wasn't that good or whatever, it's still Indiana Jones. And anytime we get Harrison Ford, as long as he's still acting, I will take it. I love Harrison Ford, and love the Indiana Jones film. So I cannot wait for that. But what's up, Brian? How you doing today? And Adam, did you see the trailer for Cocaine Bear? I have not seen the full trailer. I've seen images of it, and it was kind of nuts looking. Sounds kind of crazy, but I'll tell you about things that I did see. I binged last night. I watched episodes like 4 through 8 of Wednesday and finished that, and amazing. I was really enjoying that. Hopefully, if you've watched it all, you understand that they're setting it up for a they're setting it up for a second season. So fingers crossed that we get a second season of Wednesday. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I just finished Andor, and if like that, man, Mandalorian and Andor, amazing. Forget the other garbage that Disney's putting out with Star Wars right now. Andor was awesome too. It's awesome. Cannot wait for more Andor as well. So some great stuff right there. And Andor and Wednesday, absolutely loved those. Christmas in Hollis, Run DMC song, right? Okay, thanks, Brent. Yeah, it sounded so familiar, but couldn't really remember. Mel, what's up, Mel? You're still recovering from the voyage? Yes, that was. Well, it's always an adventure on the voyage. It's a lot of fun, but it's crazy. It's just a couple hours of craziness. And so one of the things I did want to mention on this live right now was that one of the movies I picked was not. Hang on, let me grab my notes here. Apparently, Netflix took it down. It's not available on Netflix no more. So we changed it up. So the movies we're watching for the next Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, which will be right here on this channel for everybody else watching, we're going to watch a movie called Criticized, with Kerr Smith, who played Jack in Dawson's Creek. And if you did not watch the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, my theme that I have chosen to go with is I have picked movies that had to have an actor from Dawson's Creek. So, because hey, Dawson's Creek, you like it or hate it, it was a very popular TV show. A lot of those actors have also done some very bad movies. And so Kerr Smith, who played Jack, was in Criticized, a 2016 film that's 86 minutes long. So don't worry, Mel. It's only 86 minutes, so it's not as long as the other one, Southern Gothic. So it's a little bit shorter. But no, Mel. So MC messaged me a little while ago, a couple hours ago, saying, "Hey, the Southern Gothic is not on Tubi anymore, so you got to pick something else." So I was like, "Okay," and I had a list here of movies from Dawson Creek actors, so it was easy to find. So Criticized, 2016 film with Kerr Smith, who played Jack, and Megiddo, the Omega Code 2. Those are the two movies I have chosen for the next Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, which will be on December 14th, right here on OGP channel. So less than 2 weeks, about 13 days from now, we'll be doing that. So you've all been put on notice. Between now and then, hopefully you can check out Megiddo, the Omega Code 2, and Criticized. They're both on Tubi. You can watch them for free and then hang out with us on the 14th at 5 o'clock on the West Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. And we will review those two movies and have a lot of fun with Mel from My Killer Podcast there, and Master Chaos, Tony of the Dead, Bullet Blake, and then a couple other special guests that will be joining us. So it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that on the 14th. And Tiki Ghoul's in the house. What's up, Tiki Ghoul? Hey, we are it's Thursday. We're 2 days away from seeing you at Season Screaming. Forgive me. There's so much going on right now. We got Season Screaming Sunday, LA Comic Con on Monday, or on Season Screaming Saturday, LA Comic Con on Monday. And just a lot going on. And I was actually supposed to go on Tuesday with Nocturno to the Pirates show, and I had to cancel that. I felt bad for not going. I wanted to go. It was going to be a lot of fun. Free dinner and a show. Like, I'll take it. But I woke up Tuesday not feeling 100%, and so I had to pass on that. But between the Voyage yesterday and these two videos this weekend, hanging out with Wet Movie 1 and stuff, and Master Chaos, it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. And so it's two conventions. It's nuts. 2 conventions the same weekend. There's a lot. So it's going to be crazy. So much stuff going on. But so that's good news for you all. It just means more content coming your way. And speaking of Mandalorian, season 3 starts March 1st. Yes, Brian, cannot wait for that. Mandalorian has been phenomenal. And Book of Boba Fett had like 2 episodes that were amazing that really should have been part of Mandalorian. But aside from that, really, Mandalorian and Andor, as far as Star Wars, man, they've nailed it, absolutely nailed it. But Wednesday as well, oh my goodness, man, that show turned out to be so good. We're sitting in the parking lot just a second ago at Menards. Some guy came up to you and knocked on your window and said, "You have any sugar booger?" What? That is random. That is random. I guess we're random this afternoon. So there you go. Tom is nuts. If he doesn't retire, take that analysis check, sit back and watch football. No, you're right. You're right. And here's the thing. I don't think he has to worry about anybody going out and winning 7 Super Bowls. I don't think he has to worry about anybody beating that record there. I think his record is safe. Yorkshire Horror, what's up? How you doing? Happy to catch a live stream. And that's why I'm going a little bit earlier today than I normally do, just so I can hang out with some of the folks that normally would be in bed or just have other things going on by the time. Thought I'd change it up by a few hours here and just come on and hang out for a while. The 90s show looks interesting. I have heard that, there was something maybe going on with a 90s show, like that 70s show or whatever. But I haven't seen much else about it yet, but it should be interesting, definitely. Metallica dropped new tunes. I have heard Aaron K. Carter had posted something about Metallica dropping new music, and I have yet to check it out. Metallica has been their newer music hasn't done much for me. It's like they had all these albums with Load and Reload and all this stuff that were and I mean, a couple good songs. It wasn't all bad, but it was like, you know, as far as metal goes, it was like elevator music. It was like whatever. It's just there. And then the last album, I forget whatever they called it, where the Moth to the Flame or whatever that was. That you know, they were trying to get back to their roots, but James Hetfield still didn't know when to shut up enough to let the music just play. And you know, if I hear Metallica, I want to hear something like a Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, some of those earlier albums. So hopefully I like it. Hopefully we'll see. But you know, I'm not holding my breath. Everybody, you know, people get older, they change, things like that. Who knows what the music's going to be like, but hey, they're richer than any of us will ever be, probably. So more power to them. Do what you want, Metallica, but man, I've been rooting for them to get back to their roots, but we shall see. We'll see. From UK, OGP, enjoying the stream. I hope you're looking forward to Christmas. This year has gone so quick, Brian. It really has been so fast. And like I mentioned, oh look, I got Netflix scroll, or no, I think that's YouTube scrolling in the background over there on the reflection on the poster. But yesterday I put up a video where I went out and got this little Christmas tree, and I got some other Christmas decorations, went shopping, and decorated the room here, got all the Christmas posters put up and stuff. That was up yesterday. I'm having a blast with between Halloween and now going into Christmas season, having a lot of fun. But you're right, this year has gone so quick. Let's see. I think a guy meant booger sugar, another name for cocaine. Anything else you can snort through your nose? Yeah, no, yeah, booger sugar. Yep. New Metallica song is good. Yorkshire. Okay, nice. Very cool. I'll definitely have to check that out. Your room looks great. You're on a decent time for me. Eternal. Very nice. Very cool. Glad to hear that. And I will, I'm going to, like I've been saying, I'm trying to do more earlier videos, live streams to get folks on it. And hopefully one of these days I'll say, you know what, like Monday, I've committed Monday, 5:00 on the West Coast here. I'm live. Maybe we'll set up another time. Maybe it'll be Thursday at like, you know, noon or 2 or something like that. Maybe we'll just commit to that. And so everybody could plan on, you know, hanging out for a while, and instead of just being like random, like, oh man, look, OGP's on crack again. He's live. What's he doing here? So a couple of votes for the new Metallica song. Very cool. David Witted Arcade and Toy Channel. What's up? How are you doing today? I'm doing very well, David. Hopefully you're doing well also. Yeah, thank you very much. Do you watch any basketball, football, hockey, or just UFC and football? So Brent Mania, I watch baseball, and I watch football and UFC. Hockey, I really enjoy going to games. I can't get into it so much on TV, but being at a hockey game is one of the most exciting events ever. And like soccer, football, yeah, I can't get into that. But and basketball, like I kind of like college basketball, but NBA, man, these guys, these prima donnas, I can't. Like LeBron James, like go away, LeBron, just suck my butt and go away. Lakers suck, and you're like faking injuries so you don't have to be on the floor. It just like go away, LeBron. Do you watch? So we talked about that. Sean Fleming, what up, OGP? Just got in. I'll have to rewind to hear what your bottom of the barrel movies. Just watch Tony's movies. Oh wait, my total crap toilet poo. Yeah, Sean, it was very crazy. Those movies were so bad yesterday. They were so bad, and you know, we had a lot of fun getting through them. It's always fun hanging out with Mel and MC and Tony and Bullet and everybody. But it made a couple new friends yesterday. So these guys are going to join me on the channel from time to time. So that's cool. Also, getting to meet some new folks in the panel there has been cool as well. But those movies are rough. They are so rough. And I'm telling you, sitting there watching Carousel 2, I really was questioning my loyalty to that group. I was like, I don't know if how much longer I can continue doing this. And I made a commitment to them. So 100% I'm here through the end of the season. Beyond that, we're going to have to take a hard look at what's going on at the future of that, because those movies are just so bad. I love everybody in the group, but man, it's hard for me to get through those movies, especially when a movie like Carousel 2, where you're like, it put me in such a shitty mood and kind of ruined my day. Like, why do I want to continue to subject myself to that stuff? It's so hard to get through some of those. One Real Nerd, what's up? How you doing? I'm 33 years old. Listen to The Temptations. Your brother said you're trying to live a life you never have by listening to oldies. Do you agree? No, you know what? I don't, you can listen to whatever you want. You can watch whatever movies you want. You can watch whatever sports you want. You do you. You do you. That's all that matters. You don't have to try to be anything else. You just, if you enjoy something, listen to it. Here's the thing. When I was growing up, when I was younger, you would have never caught me listening to Elvis or Frank Sinatra. Now I absolutely love them, and I am disappointed that I never got a chance to see. Elvis died when before I was born or whatever. But Frank Sinatra, I was just disappointed that I never got a chance to see him live. And well, I did have a chance, but I passed up on it because I was young. But there's a lot of older music, like Al Green. Man, Al Green is amazing. Absolutely love Al Green. But the older music, it's great. Newer music, it's all computers, synthesized, techno, whatever stuff. I love the older music where people actually had to sing. They didn't have the computers to fix their voice. Taylor Swift, and they didn't have they had to play real instruments and saxophones and guitars and drums, pianos, whatever it was. That, to me, that music is amazing. Newer music, there's some good newer music. I'm not going to sit here and go like, oh, all new music sucks. It's definitely not like the old school stuff, though. That is for sure. Let's see. Cool idea. Remember you? One Real Nerd. I remember you dropping in. Yeah, for sure. OGP in the house. Notification popped up, and I got a second. That new Metallica is good. Decent, Skipster. It's very cool. Well, I'm glad to hear on both accounts that you got the notification and that Metallica is good. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure once we get off here. Of course, I can't listen here because copyright. You know how that rolls. Would you ever do a 12-hour live stream, Brent? If I had a good enough reason to, I'm sure I would. I have on this channel here, I've gone live as long as like 6 hours, and I probably could have kept going. But I think the night that I went 6 hours, I think like I hadn't eaten or something, and I just had to go, or I was getting hungry or whatever. But on a 12-hour stream, as long as you all would be, willing to let me go use a restroom a couple times or snack on something, because 12 hours without eating that's a long time. So something like that, I'd be down, but I'd have to have a reason to do it. Sean Flynn, thank you, OGB. It's only 5:26 here in Massachusetts. Yeah, love me some Massachusetts, man. Man. Whew. Speaking of Massachusetts, man, got a tough game ahead of us tonight. Patriots, Bills. It's going to be a good one, that's for sure. Finally, and so many of these Thursday night football games and even Monday night football games have been stinkers. Finally, a great Thursday night football game. You ready for Wonder Boy, Wonder Adult versus Kevin Holland fight, huh? Yeah, man, this card this weekend is looking good. And I had, let's see if I have that here still. I had made a copy of the list so that way I could talk about it. Let me see if I pull it up here still. I don't. Yeah, here we go. The December 2 list. I'm going to open it up, take a look at it. But man, love Kevin Holland. Absolutely love Kevin Holland. And so, yeah, Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland. I think Kevin Holland's going to win that fight. Kevin Holland This is a very up and coming fighter. Love him. But you got Rafael Dos Anjos and Brian Barberena. That's going to be a good fight. You got Kyle Dawkins, Eric Anders. I mean, Tai Tuivasa, Sergey. I mean, you've got some great fights. And then even on the undercard, Angela Hill versus Emily Ducote, however you say her name, but Clay Guida versus Scott Holtzman. There is, and Tracy Cortez, Amanda Ribas. There's some great fights for a non-pay-per-view event. This is a very good card this weekend for UFC. You go to college hockey games. Nice. BGSU. I agree. There's nothing like being there live, watching a couple years ago, your mom catch the puck. Nice. That's crazy, man. Flew and landed in the crowd and she caught it. That's cool. That's insane. That's scary. When the puck goes over the glass, that is scary because, man, those pucks can be moving. USA beat Iran in soccer. That's all I know. Indrid, you are correct about that. This video is brought to you by Diet Coke, of course. And very sad news about that as well. There was an Iranian, there's a lot of turmoil going on in Iran right now. And it's very sad what's going on because the people of Iran are trying to regain their freedom from the current regime. And it's a lot of people are losing their lives over it. And a fan that was protesting Iran and the regime was celebrating USA winning that match in Iran, and they were killed for it by the regime. Very, very sad stuff going on in Iran. And hopefully they can get that stuff resolved real soon over there. And even if the United States has to go in and help them out, I would be all for it because what's going on in Iran is very sad, very devastating. Come on, Carousel was awesome. Oh man, Carousel. I mean, it really, really left me. I was in a shitty mood when that movie was over. I was like an hour and a half of my life that I will never get back. I was so frustrated, and that's where. And I get it. I understand. Death Toilet 2 was a shit show, but I didn't walk away from it mad. It was short enough that I was like, this will be over early, soon enough that I'm not going to get mad. Man, Carousel 2 pissed me off. It was so bad, but it's fun, and I understand, Mel, like for your reasons with, the what was his name? Robbie or whatever, the child unicorn. I get that. I just, man, some of the dialogue was just like, it just went on and on and on and on. And it was stupid. And it was like the same things. They were saying the same stuff over and over. It was driving me nuts. Duran Duran was your music. Hey man, love me some Duran Duran or Tears for Fears. Yep. I don't know what level 42 is. You ever see Tony Bennetton? Sean, are you just talking about Tony Bennett? I've never seen Tony Bennett in person, but Tony Bennett is amazing. Yeah, Brett Mania. Yeah, Taylor Swift. I'm with you. Oh, an alarm going off. Did you ever see? Yeah, Tony Bennett. Not in person. No, I would have loved to have seen Tony Bennett. 7 years ago, Fleetwood Mac bucket list. Check. Rest in peace, Christine. Yeah, so sad. So sad. We've been losing so many actors and musicians and stuff. And even if the rest of the band could ever get back together, which it doesn't sound like that will ever happen because, Fleetwood Mac, the differences with the band members are pretty strong, but the band will never be the same now if they ever did tour again. But you think about it, they gained fame really in the 70s. So, I mean, you're talking, like coming up on 50 years of Fleetwood Mac, and they're just an amazing band that is still timeless, as we've seen like in the TikTok videos and stuff lately, that a lot of Fleetwood Mac songs getting used. But such a amazing band, and definitely very sad to lose a member of that band. Yeah, she was amazing keyboardist and also a singer. Very sad. You were 8 years old when Elvis died, so you were alive. Okay, Sean, I will take your word for that. I don't remember exactly when he died, but I probably was alive. Yep. But I was not old enough to definitely know who he was, appreciate him, or see him live. That's for sure. Fonzo, what's cracking, Fonzo? Maiden. Yeah, no, dude, Maiden rules. And I am so bummed that I had no idea that Maiden was playing locally until like the night of, and there was no way I could get there in time, even if they did have tickets still available. But man, on their next go round, I absolutely need to catch Maiden. But bro, Fonzo, Web Movie and I are going to be at Season Screaming Saturday and LA Comic Con on Sunday. What are you up to this weekend? I can't imagine that you're doing nothing. I imagine, Fonzo, you got to be at least at one, if not both of those. What's your plans for the weekend? Yeah, Frank Sinatra is great. He died somewhere in the 90s. Yeah, Frank died, I want to say like 97, 98, something like that. And there's a video I did with Wet Movie One where we were out in Palm Springs. This is just a few months ago, and we went to Frank Sinatra's grave. He's actually buried in the same cemetery as Sonny Bono, Cher's ex, Sonny and Cher, who Sonny left entertainment and went on to be the mayor of Palm Springs for a while. And so Sonny Bono, Frank Sinatra, and my grandfather are all buried in that same cemetery right there out in Palm Springs. So I went and saw that. If you're interested in seeing his grave, look back in my videos. It's me and Wet Movie One in Palm Springs. Just watched Tulsa King is still an old badass, 75-year-old badass. Yeah, is he really 75? I don't know how old he really is, but he plays a 75-year-old in the show, Skips, and I've seen the first 3 episodes of that, and it is good. I'm enjoying it. It is not on the level of Breaking Bad or Sopranos, maybe even Boardwalk Empire, but it's still an amazing show. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's very good. It's definitely scratching the mob mafia type show itch, that's for sure. I wish you could have seen Michael Jackson live. Big Michael Jackson fan, was born in '89. Kind of hard to. Michael Jackson was huge, legend, king of pop, all that. A lot of controversy surrounding him, but as far as a musician, was amazing. His, the dancing, the singing, the songs, everything, the music videos. He was a pioneer. And now I know he didn't direct Thriller, but it's his song. And so, but that was, I just remember in '84, everybody waiting for that release of the Thriller video to come out on MTV. And then, everybody sitting there watching. It was like 15 minutes long. Just amazing. Yeah, it would have been cool. For you to be able to see Michael Jackson, definitely. Any thoughts on Shivers? I'm gonna have to look up Shivers real quick. I have heard Shivers. Sounds familiar. Are we talking? Okay, so is there a new Shivers? Are we talking like 1975? Are we talking 1981? One of those movies back then? Is that what you're referring to, Jonathan? Boy comes under. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these. Yeah, I don't. Shivers, Paul Hampton, Joe Silver. Oh, we're probably talking about this one. Residents of suburban high-rise apartment building are being infected by a strain of parasites that turn them into mindless sex-crazed fiends out to infect others by the slightest sexual contact. I don't think I've seen that. Jonathan, I do not believe I've seen that there. Please no Death Toilet 3. No, we're not going to do Death Toilet 3. We're definitely not. But as Mel even admitted on the show last night, Death Toilet 4, if you watch a trailer for that, it looks kind of interesting. They actually have somewhat of a budget. They get on a plane and they're in different places. Death Toilet 4 looks like something I might have to check out. So that, but it's not on Tubi right now. So I don't know if I'm able to do that. I don't know how or when I will. Anthony, what's up? I am doing well. Thank you very much. I hope everyone out there watching and hanging out with us is doing well. Also, a little earlier in the afternoon, just hanging out here. Musically, you're stuck in the 90s and early 2000s, Eternal. And that's, you know what? The music that you grow up with, if that was like your maybe late teens to early 20s or something like that, that movie, your music really resonates typically, as you start to get to the point in life where you really remember things, or you really become you understand like, oh, I'm a fan of movies, or I'm a fan of horror movies, or I'm a fan of football, I'm a fan of UFC, I'm a fan of this type of music or that type of music. When you're starting to really reach your peak, you that's the type of music that really sticks with you. And the same goes for me, where a lot of, and I was so fortunate. I consider myself so fortunate that when I was in my late teens, early 20s, that the music that was coming out for me was old school Metallica, was Megadeth, was AC/DC. There was so much good like heavy metal and rock. And then also, to me, the 90s were like the golden age of rap and hip hop. Since then, there's been some good stuff here and there, but it's not been like the 90s. And so I consider myself very fortunate to be huge fans of those, those eras of music in metal and rap. But also growing up where my dad was such a huge fan of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, so many rock and metal groups like from the 70s and early 80s that I heard that stuff a lot and I really love it. But then also like my mom being more of a fan of like in the 80s, what we called oldies that were, from like the 60s and the 50s, 70s, and, people like Elvis or Neil Diamond or Fleetwood Mac, stuff like that. Even going back to like the Beach Boys and, Jan and Dean and stuff like that. There's so much music that I enjoy and appreciate. And then, like my grandfather, was a big fan of like the old school country music, like way back from, like Hank Williams Sr. And then, but my dad also kind of like in Hank Williams Jr. And just there's so much music that I love and appreciate because of, the time that I grew up in. And hopefully younger people, as they get older, when they reject stuff, they're like, no, that's not cool. I got to listen to the music that's trendy and cool right now. Hopefully as they get older, they can, learn to appreciate some of the, older classical music where people had to sing and had to really play instruments. But I'm with you, Eternal. I get that. Keeping it horror. What's up? Did you catch the just released trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? I have not seen that yet. Somebody also mentioned that earlier, but I am so excited for Indiana Jones. I'll be checking that out along with the new Metallica song once we get off the air here. If I could watch it right now, I would, but you know how that goes with copyright stuff. I would get in big trouble here. Hayden Jones Media, what's going on? How you doing? And Balzer's in the house. What up, Balzer? Elvis passed in 77. Yeah, thanks. I was like guessing years around there, but I couldn't remember offhand. Enjoy Lincoln Park. Haven't followed them since Chester died and Elvis died 8/16/77. Yeah, thanks. And Lincoln Park, some good songs. They're not my they're not bad, just not one of my favorites. But yeah, no, that sad. Chester died very, very, very young, very sad. Hey, OGP, what's your opinion on Freddy versus Jason? I think by that point in either one of those franchises, they were so far off the rails. If they ever want to do a remake of that or something and get it right, okay, maybe. But man, after like Friday the 13th, part 6, maybe 7, maybe 7, beyond that, we're like, man, we are off the rails here. Like, Jason Takes Manhattan. Okay, it's okay. But man, those movies, the further on it went, man, it just it got too much for me. Elvis died. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Way up, dude. Yeah, appreciate y'all having my back there with that. Jonathan, thoughts on the Black Phone? So the Black Phone, I saw that with Wet Movie 1. We got to see an early screening of it before it came out and enjoyed it. All in all, it was good, but to me, it was incomplete. It was like a part of a story because we didn't get the full backstory. We didn't really know the MO of the killer. And I want that. I want to understand when I'm watching a movie, why am I watching that movie? What is going on here? Give me a complete story. And that's what I love. One of the things about, for example, Silence of the Lambs, we kind of learn throughout who Hannibal Lecter is and what he is. Um, but we have other movies around that even if you were like, okay, I want to know more about Hannibal Lecter, well, we have Hannibal Rising that uh, tells us how he became a cannibal and all that stuff. I want to see something like that for the Black Phone. I want to see why that killer decided that he was going to, put kids in his basement and kill them. So I like the Black Phone. I just thought it was incomplete. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Seasons on Saturday. I'll see you guys there. I have to clock in back to work. Have a great show. Fonzo, yeah, take it easy. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. We'll see you at Season Screaming. He died in 98. Who are we talking about? Definitely not Elvis. Oh, Sinatra. You're probably talking about Frank Sinatra, huh? I remember rest in peace, OGP Gramps. Yeah. Yes. No, definitely. And yeah, and he's out there in that same cemetery with Frank and Sonny Bono. Stallone is 75. Okay. Wow, man. Yeah. Hey, he's doing good for 75 years old. He really is. How long are you going tonight, buddy? Not as long as normal. Definitely, Steven, not like 4 hours or nothing. But I'll probably maybe for another like 45 minutes to an hour or something like that. It depends on how it goes. But just hanging out right now for a while. I went to an O-Town concert last year. One of the singers said to give a hand to this brave man in the front crowd, all these screaming women. He's a brave man. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, hey, you get up and you get some of those boy bands and stuff up front. Those girls, man, they are very passionate fans, aren't they? But you know what? The same thing goes for like fans of metal. Like, would you ever want to be down in a mosh pit for somebody like Slayer or Anthrax or something like that? That would be pretty wild as well. Still, Sylvester Stallone is 76 years old. Tiki, wow, that's crazy. 76, that is nuts. Jackson had great tunes, but what a wild lifestyle. Yeah, so much controversy around him. And and here's the thing. I in this life, we only have one life. So we should all live the life we want to live. And so if Michael Jackson wanted to have a ranch, that's great. You wanted to have his own Disneyland or his own rides and everything, great. Um, he wanted to spend all his money and die broke, great. But I don't think he wanted to die broke, but he did, essentially spend all his money or in debt even. But, wanting to live a life and enjoy yourself and putting yourself in a situation, and let's not even worry about whether he did anything wrong or not. Let's just look at the fact that he had kids over at his house spending the night without the parents. That's a little weird. A little kid sleeping in your bed, that's a little weird. And I get it. His childhood was taken away from him when he was thrust into the limelight with the Jackson 5. But I'm sorry, you having little kids sleep in your bed, even if it is perfectly harmless, you're putting yourself out there. You are putting yourself in a position where people can accuse you of things. And so he made a mistake there. He should have either had the kids in different rooms or had their parents there or whatever. But even like, I don't know, to me, like kids sleeping in a bed, like, I couldn't do it. But who knows what was really going on with him. But his music, as far as I'm concerned, his music, you can't, the man aside, his music is amazing. Sorry, your grandfather is got great people buried near him. Yeah, no, he really does. He is definitely in the company of some very talented folks. Very sad, we lost him just over 5 years ago now, and I miss him, and everybody else that I've lost. Miss them all dearly. But I was so fortunate. My grandfather, he was larger than life. He was just so always. I only have one memory of him ever being like upset. Other than that, my whole childhood and growing up and everything until 5 years ago, he was always just the happiest person I ever knew. And it's definitely, in my opinion, the world lost a good one with him. And everybody that I ever met that knew him had nothing but amazing things to say about him. So I always wonder, well, my grandfather, even my dad, they were just such happy people. What the hell happened to me? Oh man. Michael Jackson was a genius. They don't make him like that anymore. You're right. Right. Any movies you're hoping will be upgraded to 4K? Never heard anyone else say this, but I would love to see Moonwalker and his music be upgraded to 4K. I would buy those. That would be interesting. And for his, his kids or whoever owns the right to all that stuff, maybe that will happen someday. I don't know. And as far as anything that I'm specifically going like, oh, this needs to be 4K, I can't think of right off the top of my head. I just can't think because there's so much that already has been. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I still believe Elvis was the greatest showman on stage, just an amazing presence. Woodbine Man, and is that Woodbine? Is that like a Kevin Smith reference or something? Woodbine, I saw something. What Woodbine Man? I'm wondering what is that in your name there? No, and Elvis, as far as a showman, yeah, what you see of him performing and singing and just the recordings we have of his on stage stuff is just amazing. To say the greatest of all time is tough for me, but I don't know. I don't know anybody that I could argue would be better. We have guys like, if we're talking especially solo acts, because if you take, like, for me, if there was one show in history that I could ever go back and see, it would be the Rat Pack. It would be seeing Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and the other fellas, Lawfer, Peter Lawfer. I forget the other guys. But if I could see Sammy Davis, Dean Martin, and Frank Sinatra all on stage at the same time, like, oh my God. But if we're talking solo acts, Elvis would be right up there. Like Elvis or Michael Jackson, those would be like the two that I'd be like, okay, which one am I seeing? But Elvis, man, definitely amazing. And it's hard to argue with that statement right there. There's two movies named Smile. I just watched a movie, Smile, about a camera that kills people. It takes pictures of. Sean, I've heard about that movie before, a camera that kills people, and I haven't seen it. The new Smile was pretty good. I felt it was kind of incomplete. Like at the end, we did not get an ending. The movie just ended. We didn't get an ending. The movie just ended. That's how I feel about that. And I think it just set us up for a sequel. Whether we get it or not, who knows? Do we need it or want it? I don't know. I don't even know if I want it. But all in all, going through the movie, I was like, okay, this is good, but like we didn't get a real ending. What are your thoughts on Crimes of the Future? That I'm not sure, Jonathan. I don't think I've heard of that yet. You ever do interviews on other YouTube channels? Wonder Nerd. So I'll jump on like Wet Movies channel. I'll jump on Cinestalkers. Anybody that I know, or if somebody invites me that seems legit, I'm down to go hang out on other people's channels. Speaking of other people's channels, one thing I don't want to do, I know Master Chaos was talking about going live today. And I don't know what time he is, but I definitely don't want to overlap. If he's going live, I don't want to be on at the same time. Let him do his thing. But I'm up for going on other channels. Yeah, for sure. Is it something I try to do or go out of my way to do? Not necessarily, wait for people to invite me or whatever. But I'm always up for hanging out with new people. Best live show ever, go with Alice Cooper. Indrid. Oh wow, okay. I've never seen Alice Cooper live, and Alice Cooper, I mean, you like School's Out and Poison. Got some great music, but Alice Cooper was. I don't know if I've ever had a chance to see. I don't remember ever hearing like, oh, Alice Cooper is going to be in concert here, there, or whatever. I just can't remember an opportunity that I ever had to see Alice Cooper. But would I give it a chance? Oh yeah. Eating some Baconator fries. Yeah. Nice. Are you going to see Cocaine Bear? Looks pretty crazy. Yeah. I think, Cocaine Bear is kind of nuts. Like the, the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie. They're going to be nuts. They're going to be crazy out there movies. But should be fun. Should be fun watch. Grew up on CCR, Beach Boys, Everly Brothers. Very good. Yeah, no, great. CCR, man, that's another one that I didn't mention, but amazing music back in the day. Loved me some CCR. Yeah, and Beach Boys, because my mom was always rocking Beach Boys. And Everly Brothers too. Yeah, good stuff right there. Apparently based on a true story, when a bear got into some drug stash, maybe evidence at a police station. That's hilarious. I did not know that, Kevin. That is so funny. Metal found you around the age 6. Nice. That's cool. That is young. That is very young. I saw Sabbath and Zeppelin when I was 11. Remember it like yesterday. No way. That's so cool. Well, like I would love, and so they had talked about doing another one of these concerts out in the desert called, I don't remember what they call it, but it got nicknamed Old Cella because a few years ago it was like Coachella at the Coachella Fairgrounds. Well, it's really the Polo Grounds, but it's where Coachella takes place. They had that concert. They brought out the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, Pink Floyd, and others. And forgive me, I can't remember who else was there, but it was like all these legends of like the 60s and 70s. And they called it Old Cella, but they had talked about doing another one, and that they were going to get like Roger Waters or not Roger Waters, that's Pink Floyd, but we were going to get Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, and gosh, why am I drawing a blank on dude's name? But anyways, the band members of the surviving band members of Led Zeppelin, with was it Bono's son that plays drums now or something like that. But so they were talking about getting like somewhat of a Pink Floyd reunion, or listen to me, somewhat of a Led Zeppelin reunion, and I'm telling you, that is a show. Even I would I would do anything. That's like, I mean, within reason, but absolutely love that. Would be amazing to see Led Zeppelin together again. That would be phenomenal. Yeah, Sean, that's awesome. Seeing Zeppelin, definitely. Yeah. Your mom had a crush on Neil Diamond and Davy Jones in college. Oh, that's hilarious. That is so funny. Dear NASA, your mom thought I was big enough. Pluto. It's hilarious. Way up, dude. But we got our way up, dude. Joking. We got it out. It's not even Monday afternoon, Monday evening, but we still got our way up, dude. Joke. That's great. Yeah. You know what? I got no beef against Pluto. I got no beef. But Neil deGrasse Tyson even says Pluto is too small to be considered a planet. So, all right, whatever. To me, it's a ball of dirt that's orbiting the sun. Why can it not be a planet? Like, it's too small. Okay, but it's orbiting the sun. Like, let it be a planet. I don't know. I don't care. But Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I really enjoy listening to him, says it's not a planet. So okay, but that's a very funny joke. You see, Buffy Gamer. I don't know what Fluff's up to. I haven't talked to Fluff yet today. If you get up to Detroit, I recommend going to Motown Museum, learn a lot of history about Motown records. Yes, no, I definitely want to. I've been looking forward to getting up to Michigan and checking out what's that town up there where it's all about Christmas and stuff. But that's I've been into Michigan, but I've never been really exploring it up to like Detroit or really. I've never spent too much time in that state. Anybody watch Smile yet? I have. Skips Rips. It was good. It was good, but it left it. I felt it was kind of incomplete. Hey OGP and Fatone's Hot Dogs in Cali. Is that like that singer guy? Is it Joey Fatone? Is that I've been to Pink's Hot Dogs. Pink's Hot Dogs is pretty damn good, right down the street from the CBS studios in LA. Michael Jackson did nothing wrong. What media said was not true. Look up the facts. People don't lie. Facts don't lie. People do. Brent Mania, yeah, and that's, you know what? that's part of the problem is you had these people that seem like scumbags coming out making accusations and stuff, but yeah, it's unless we were there at the time, who knows what really happened behind those closed doors. I don't. Watch some of your dumpster dive videos last night. What a trip. Supercell Chaser. Nice. Well, very cool. Yeah, no, the fact that GameStop would throw away perfectly good gaming equipment is nuts. It is very nuts. And the fact for me, thinking back to the fact that I was even able to deal with my OCD, and the older I get, the more and more I'm becoming like Howie Mandel, and I'm just like becoming a real germaphobe. I could never do that stuff again. But the good thing is I don't have to worry about it because GameStop doesn't throw away anything good anymore. They damage it all, or they just don't throw it away. But yeah, there was some funny stuff, a lot of funny videos and skits and goofy stuff we did along with that, with the dumpster dives. Michael Jackson in Guinness Book of World Records for the most money ever donated by a celebrity, over 500 million. God bless him. Maybe that's why he went broke. I don't know, but kind man. Well, that's cool. I did not know that. That's crazy. MJ and Elvis spent their money horribly. Their estate has more money now because they passed. I love MJ, but the guy never made dumb decisions. Never put yourself in that. Eternal, I'm with you. I am with you. Here's the thing. Life is tough. Why make it tougher on yourself? And if you have money, you have to have a nest egg, something that you can, make sure that you're able to live on for a long, long time. And that's one of the things I think that like Major League Baseball and NFL have done, where the younger players, when they come in the league, they have to go through these classes to educate themselves on managing their money so they don't all wind up bankrupt a year or two out of the league. And some guys still do it, but at least those leagues are going out of their way to try and help people. Musicians are kind of on their own, because we know a lot of the record companies, the labels they're not trying to help. They're just trying to help themselves make a buck. They don't care about that musician at all. Thriller is coming out on 4K soon. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. Very cool. The Michael Jackson estate is trash. I don't think they care about the fans. They control what gets released. His family has no part. Yet the estate is crazy. So much like that estate owning, did they own like all the Beatles music or something, or all of Elvis's music or something like that? But who knows? I don't know what's going on with it. What I do know is that, the music that the Beatles put out or Elvis put out, we can all go get it. So whoever controls it and owns it and makes profit off of, I don't really care at this point. But, when you have somebody pass away that is that rich or famous or has that much stuff, people are going to fight over it, and it's going to get ugly, whether it's family or non. It's going to get ugly. Elvis was on another level. Great man. Yeah, no, totally. And what happened with Colonel Parker is a shame. Elvis touring the world, whether or not that was really because of Colonel Parker, it's whether or not it didn't happen because of Colonel Parker it's a shame. But just the fact that watching that Elvis movie, if the majority of the Elvis story in that new Elvis movie is true, very sad, very sad. And that Colonel Parker is a scumbag. Now, is he probably the reason Elvis's fame escalated the way it did? He probably had something to do with that. Would Elvis have ever been as big as he was without him? Who knows? But it's very sad, him being like stuck there in Vegas. And hey, they made good money in Vegas, but the fact that Colonel Parker was basically taking half of his estate is just, it's just crap. It is just crap. Joey Bishop. Joey Bishop. So we're talking about the other Rat Packs. Yeah, thank you, Joey Bishop. Yep. Elvis, Michael Jackson, and maybe Prince. Yeah, Prince, legend too. Yes, another one who died way too young. Are you planning to see Violent Night? 100%. I cannot wait for that. I was telling Wet Movie One that maybe we should have to do that Saturday night after we go to Season Screamings, because that looks to be amazing. I cannot wait for that. Violent Night, The Menu, and the new Will Smith movie, The Emancipation. All three of them look great. Michael Jackson was married to Elvis Presley's daughter. Didn't last long, a couple of years. Yeah, no, yeah, it was weird. That was really weird. But hey, man, rich and famous and celebrities, they do some weird stuff. Out of nowhere question: favorite doo-wop song from the 50s? That I, that's wow. That's a tough one. I don't know, but you know, gosh, I couldn't even begin. If that music was on, I'm good with it. I enjoy it. As far as knowing it enough to name bands or name specific songs, I don't know that I'm there. I have a question, OGP. Have you heard of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I have. Angel, yes. Supernatural or Vampire Diaries? I have heard of all of them, Cinema Collector. So Angel, that one had that. Didn't that guy go on to be in another show? The guy from Angel. But all of those, all four of those shows, I've never watched, never gotten into them. Robert Plant, yep, thank you. Thriller, and we're talking about, of course, Led Zeppelin. Robert Plant being the lead singer there. Thriller music video is only coming out on 4K on YouTube, not a physical. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Remember Led Zeppelin, The Object? I'm not sure. Brian Sanchez, what up? Robert Plant, while Roger Waters. Yeah, that's right. So Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin, Roger Waters, Pink Floyd. Yeah. No, he found a Buffy the Vampire box, so he gets thumbnail his videos. Buffy Gamer. Oh, I see. So Fluffy found a vampire box. Okay, I got you. Joey Fatone, one's hot dog looking for other locations. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Jason Bonham is the son of Bonzo. That's right, not Bono. Bonham, Jason Bonham. He was a drummer for Led Zeppelin when they did one-off. He's played for quite a few bands. Yeah, and that's right. And yeah, I seem to remember him playing for different bands and stuff. But Cody, happy first day of Christmas month. And Cody, same to you. Hopefully you're in a little better mental state. Week or so, past us losing the Power Ranger there, Mr. Frank. But hope you're feeling better, and hopefully, Cody, hopefully you have a wonderful Christmas season, dude. Hopefully, I hope you're bouncing back from that. Sorry, did I miss the rating of Unicorn and Death Toilet movies? We didn't talk about that here today. That was on the show last night on Tony the Dead's channel, but they were both crap. Make sure you guys leave your edibles out for Santa Chong. There you go. OGP thought your first time seeing original Dawn of the Dead. I like zombie movies. Dawn of the Dead. I like it. I thought it was great. But I don't know that I could say my thoughts the first time I ever watched it, how exactly I was feeling. But Dawn of the Dead is one. Most of the Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Return the of the Dead movies, most of those I enjoy. Priscilla rebuilt Elvis Empire after his death with Graceland Tours and Products. Elvis was almost broke. Yeah, and it's sad, what happened, with Elvis and Priscilla, because obviously Priscilla was the love of his life. But we're all fortunate now that Graceland is there, and you can see the Lisa Marie airplane across the street, and the museum and the gift shop and all that stuff. It is a very cool place to experience. Even if you're not a fan of Elvis, I recommend everybody check it out at least once in their life if you can get down there to Memphis. One mass cash lottery game was $100,000 after tax. I got 77. Wow, what? You bought an F-350? That's hilarious. What about Jimi Hendrix? He could really play guitar like no other. Bremania, no, you're right. Jimi Hendrix is amazing. The guitar rendition of the national anthem at what was that big music festival back in the, gosh, how am I forgetting that? Whatever that up there in New York, that big music festival where he did the national anthem. Good stuff, man. But Jimi Hendrix, man, did he die way too young. Way too young. Preminator, what's up? Rich Harrison from Pawn Star, or Rick Harrison Pawn Stars bought a Led Zeppelin. Oh, no way, that's cool. A question for everyone. I watched Wednesday, and the girl Emma Myers, who roommate to Wednesday to you looks like a young Willow. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Am I the only one who sees it? That's interesting. I would have to go back and watch Buffy, but man, I'm telling you, the show Wednesday was amazing. Absolutely loved that show. I was so, after the first episode, I was like, this is great. Definitely has that Tim Burton feel and look. Now, hopefully we get a great story to go with it. And we did. And I thought it was great. Yeah, I don't really know that I have, legitimate complaints. We got some, all the characters, Uncle Fester, we got, we got everybody, all the cast that we wanted. And I've heard some people, I won't name any names. I'll let them name names if they want, in their reviews and stuff, that were saying they were not happy with Gomez. But to me, I like the guy as an actor. Why am I forgetting his name? But I didn't really have a problem with that. But the show was called Wednesday. It's about Wednesday, so you don't see Morticia and Gomez that much in the show. But hang on a second here. What I need to. Luis Guzman, thank you. Yeah, needed it was like stressing me out. I needed to remember his name, but Luis Guzman, great actor. But he doesn't have the prototypical look of Gomez, or what we imagine Gomez to look like based off, past movies and TV shows. So that, is kind of like out there, but this is Tim Burton and everything is a little outlandish. So I don't know. I liked it. I just loved everything about it. Why is OGP wearing a Halloween shirt when it's official Christmas season now? Because Halloween lives forever, and I'm going to be wearing my Christmas shirts this weekend at the conventions. I have like this. I have two. I have one, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I have the Dr. Seuss Grinch shirt that I'll be wearing probably Saturday and Sunday. So I want to save those. Didn't want to get those dirty before this weekend. But man, I'm all about horror and Halloween year round. So that's how I roll. But what's up, Tricep Bra? Anyways, how weird. What's up? Second concert I went to, your dad took you to the Moody Blues. Nice, man. How weird. I have failed you epically. And believe me, this has just been like, I'm waiting for life to start settling down and trying to be able to get caught up on things. But how weird. I have not forgot about you and your buddies there in the band. Why do you think zombies have become so popular in recent years compared to vampires, not to mention other old school monsters? Kevin, to me, I'm not sure, but I can say I like movies and things that are more plausible. And what it has a chance of being more realistic, zombies or Godzilla, or zombies or aliens coming down? Like, to me, like the premise or the idea of zombies, maybe not people dying and becoming zombies, but people getting infected with something, becoming some type of zombie. That's a scary thought. And I think being that it's, the closer it is to being realistic, I think it makes it more interesting. That's my opinion. You agree Emma Myers looks a little like Willow? Okay. Have you seen Roman Polanski film called Tenet? What a bizarre film. I can't remember if I've ever seen Tenet before or not. Is that the one that came out like a year ago or something? You're talking, it's let me see. Are you talking the one directed by Christopher Nolan? Is that what we're talking about? Tenet or Tenant? Yeah, I don't know. I've seen that. Woodbine. Every day is Halloween. Bingo. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Here's GP, your Cali crew, Fluffy Wet One, Cindy Soccer, Michael Ray Bauer. You all got you back into collecting physical media, but only collecting horror. Do you OGP collect all genres. So, Sean, I mainly collect horror movies, but if there's something sci-fi or action or something that's great, I'll still pick it up. But for the most part, I like to stick to like horrors and because you could collect everything that's great. Like there's a lot of comedies that I like, but I'm like, we only have so much space, and so much money to spend on this stuff. So I just try to stick to horrors, but sci-fi's like T2 or Alien franchise, some of those movies, you gotta have those, right? Gotta have those. Yeah, you've been to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Nice. One of them passed away not too long ago, I think. They put on a great show. Yeah, I believe that. Truth OG zombies are real reality for times now. No, they're it's the closest thing to becoming a reality as far as monsters and stuff. And that's why I think zombies are such an interesting topic. No worries. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks, dude. Speaking of bizarre films, I just saw Bones and All. Loved it. Nice. I still need to see that too. Bones and All. It looks very interesting. I can't wait to check that out as well. Look at that. How weird is that? Hour and 10 minutes into a live stream, and I'm caught up on comments. That never happens. For everybody that wasn't here at the beginning, I do want to mention one more time really quick. Alienoid comes out December 6th. So this, I think, like next Tuesday. This is a great movie. This is a lot of fun. It is Korean, so you're either watching subtitles or you're the English dub. But Alienoid was such a fun movie, and I would say it has elements that remind me of like a Transformer movie or Kill Bill, or even some Marvel movies. It's so crazy, but there are no Transformers, but just some of the things that happen and go on and stuff like that. I mean, like you could probably, some of the craziness that happens with like cars flying and stuff, maybe you could compare to like, or kind of, bits of elements of like Fast and the Furious kind of thing. This has so many different things going on in it. It's just amazing. But it was a fun movie. A little bit longer, about 2 hours, but a fun movie. I highly recommend it. Coming out on Tuesday from my friends at Wellgo USA. And it's just, it is a crazy wild ride. I just love the fact that we get something with like, it's like a sci-fi movie with martial arts, and those two combined together are amazing. There is just really badass. Oh, another alarm going off there. Let's see here. Who listened to Limp Bizkit? I did when I was younger. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. It's not bad music, but I just wasn't a huge fan. No, collecting horror is your thing, but this time around, I'm only buying horror movies. I've not seen only. Okay, yeah, no, and I get that. Here's the thing for me. If I've seen a movie and I'm like, then I'm probably not going to go out of my way to buy it. But if I haven't seen it, or if it's really good, then I'll probably pick it up. Let's see here. OGP, have you been to the last Blockbuster on the planet in Bend, Oregon? It's on your bucket list to go. It's 7-hour flight from New York. Long flight, but will be worth it in your opinion. So Prebinator, Wet Movie 1 and Fluffy Gamer and I went to that Blockbuster. And then a couple weeks later, I went back with my wife. So I've been there twice. When was it? 2018? It's been like 3 or 4 years ago that we went. But it was cool. It was a lot of fun going there, checking it out. And when you pull into the parking lot and you see the Blockbuster sign, it just looks like a regular Blockbuster. It's nuts. And then you go inside, and a lot of it does look just like a regular Blockbuster, but they have kind of like little museum things. The stuff of people have donated things from movies and stuff that is kind of cool as well to see. But yes, have been there twice, and it is. I'll tell you what, if you're flying all the way from New York, Preminator, don't do yourself a disservice. If you're going all the way to Oregon, go there. And what I would do, fly into Portland, Oregon, rent a car, because there's a couple things you got to see. You got to go to Astoria, Oregon, and go to the Goondocks. If you're a fan of the Goonies at all, you got to go to the Goondocks. You have to go see the Goonies house. The like streets that they drove on, the bowling alley, all this stuff. You got to go check it out. And Mouth's house, you can go see that. Data's house, you got to go see that. It's the Goondocks. It's amazing. If you're a fan of the Goonies, you got to do that. So do that. And then, so if you start in Portland, go over to the coast to Astoria, and then you're going back to Bend, you can kind of go by and you can see the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. And so if you don't know, The Shining Hotel, the book, Stephen King wrote the story. He got the inspiration for it from that big hotel, whatever it's called, in Colorado. But the movie, the outside of the hotel, was actually from a hotel on the side of Mount Hood in Oregon. And so the historic Stanley Hotel in Estes Park is where Stephen King got the inspiration for the story. That's the Stanley Hotel, but what is, man? So it's the Overlook Hotel, but it's the Timberland Lodge. Okay, so in real life, it's called the Timberland Lodge, but in the movie, it's obviously the Overlook Hotel. And so the outside, the exterior of the Overlook Hotel is in Oregon. So you could check out the Goondocks. You can go to the Overlook Hotel, and you can go to the Goonies. Or I'm sorry, the last Blockbusters. There's 3, and also, if you're a fan of the movie Stand By Me, you can go down to Brownsville, Oregon, and check out so many of the locations from the movie Stand By Me. So I would do it all. If you're going to go to Oregon, spend like 4 or 5 days there and check all that out. If you're going for like a movie loving trip, I totally recommend all that stuff. It was so amazing going to those places. Rest in peace, Clarence Gilliard from Die Hard 1. Yeah, very sad. Yep. And we had heard about that. It's been a couple days now since he's passed, right? But yeah, another sad celebrity death for sure. Better not have a late rental when you go, right? Yeah, it's weird that you could still go and rent, but you got to live in the area. Or if you want to rent a movie, and I've heard people have gone in there and signed up and got a card and rented a movie just so they could rent it, and they just returned it right away just so they could do it and have a card. But I don't, that wasn't something that I needed to really do or anything, but it was cool to go there. But in fact, I still have a Blockbuster card over here. Check this out. Oops. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Did I put it in here? I can't find it. Hang on. Here we go. I got this little bag of like things that I've just kind of collected randomly. And here we go. Look at that. Boom. My original Blockbuster card. I still have it. This is like was a legit functioning Blockbuster card. So I still have that. So I did not need to like sign up to get one. Totally going with Limp Bizkit. John Otto was a huge influence in your life. Drummond. All right. Favorite song is Boiler. Yeah. Yeah. Limp Bizkit. Like I said, I have nothing against them. Just wasn't, maybe just, I don't know, wasn't my cup of tea, but nothing against them at all. Have you been to Hawaii? If so your thoughts, it's on my places to be. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii a lot of times. I've been to Maui. I've been to the Big Island, and I've been to Oahu. I've not been to Kauai. If you go, for me, the best island for R&R and just to enjoy Hawaii is Maui, because there's so much to do and see on Maui that gives you that Hawaiian island vibe. But there's also a Walmart. There's also a Costco if you have a membership. We always stay in a condo on the beach. It's just amazing. Oahu is a big city. It's like putting LA in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with Honolulu and Waikiki right there. Waikiki, the beach looks pretty because the big buildings and everything, but it's one of the worst beaches in Hawaii just because it's right by the port and there's so much going on. The water is not as clear and there's not so many fish. You got to go to some of the other beaches. But on Oahu, you can go to the North Shore. You can go to Waimea Bay, go walk up the trail, go see Waimea Falls. They're amazing. And on the Big Island, you go see the volcanoes and stay in resorts. Much of the Big Island is lava, and it's not a really pretty island unless you're in some of the resorts, which they have a lot of nice resorts. But to me, it's all about Maui. Absolutely love Maui. Also, can you go to areas where Stand By Me were filmed? Yes. No, thank you, Kevin. I think you probably commented that right before I got there. Yep. I think the one video OGP and Fluffy drove past the school from Kindergarten Cop was also in Astoria. Yes, you're right. You are correct. Yep, Kindergarten Cop is in Astoria. Yeah, the school there, the filming locations. Never been there, but Oregon looks like a beautiful part of the country. Chester, it is. Oregon is amazing. It is a very amazing, beautiful state. How's it going, Larry Cool, the gamer here? What's up, Larry Cool? What's good? Andrew Elliott, what's up? You the man. How was your Turkey Day? Turkey Day was amazing. Absolutely had a great holiday. My wife cooked such an amazing meal. I'm so fortunate. I got to spend time with wife and kids and had a great day. Hopefully you did as well. OGP, what do you consider your greatest achievements? Probably my wife and kids. And owning a house that it's paid for. I already paid off the house. I don't have to imagine your life if you didn't have to pay rent or a mortgage. Let's see here. And also earning my Eagle Globe and Anchor. If you don't know what that means that was the day that I became a United States Marine. That is, and probably is like one of the hardest things to do in the world, to survive that 13 weeks of hell in Marine Corps boot camp. Now you can go on from there and like Navy, you can become a SEAL. In the Marines, you can go into Force Recon. Army, you can become a Ranger or whatever, where you're going into these more, like tougher follow-ups. You all still have to go through boot camp, but as far as boot camps go, there's nothing like Marine Corps boot camp. They fuck with you for 13 weeks in a row, and it's tough. So the day that you get your Eagle Globe and Anchor, very emotional day. And like on Facebook right now, my profile picture is my grandfather, who is now buried in the cemetery with Frank Sinatra and Sonny Bono. It's me on the day I graduated boot camp in my Marine Corps uniform with my grandfather there. Very, very proud day for me right there. Do you hear Conway was on InfoWars and praised Hitler and Nazis? Yeah, you know what, Kanye is out of his mind. He's out of his mind. And it just, the proof, the fact that he thinks he has a chance and that he should run for president again. Like, dude, Kanye, just take your money and go. Just live your life, bro, and have a good life and chill out. Top 5 Christmas movies. Top 5 is hard. But you got to see, around Christmas, you got to see Krampus. You got to see Nightmare Before Christmas. I really recommend, let me pull it out here in case you haven't seen it. I always like to show it because a lot of people had never heard of it before. And where is this movie now? It's not there. It's not in its place. Why is it not in its place? I'm trying to show you. Dang it. Where did this go? What happened? Oh, man. I'm going to have to find this. But Nightmare Before Christmas, you got to watch Krampus. Yeah, Home Alone, Elf. There's a lot of good ones. But as far as the top 5 right now, I'm not sure I could just, go with a top 5. Man, I lost my movie here. I'm so sad. I was going to show you this, but I don't know where I put it or where it went. Maybe it fell down or something. Huh. That's a bummer. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Forget about it. Wow, Die Hard, that was one of many movies I never seen because it was the years you were in federal prison. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend stealing mail. That sucks. Yeah, Die Hard's a good movie. Die Hard is definitely a good movie. For sweet candy, what do you prefer? Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, Swedish Fish? Out of those, Swedish Fish for sure. I didn't have a Blockbuster. We had a movie gallery and then Family Video till they closed. I remember growing up as a kid before Blockbuster, we had a place called Video Library that we always went to. And then later on we had Hollywood Video. Still have Blockbuster and Hollywood video cards. Nice. That's cool. Collectible items right there. You were stationed in Hawaii. Nice. Very cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I would have loved to have been stationed in Hawaii. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, everybody, if you would, that'd be cool. Yeah, hit the thumbs up buttons, everybody, if you would. Yeah, top fives are tough. Top fives are tough. Damn, being fat sucks. 35 degrees and standing in front of your face. That does suck, Sean. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. 35 degrees outside. That's chilly. No GP, great greatest achievement serving the country. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. How did you and your wife meet? Is that we met at work. We worked together. And that's all I want to say about that right now. I'll think one of these days I'll decide if that's I like to be careful with how much information I put out to the public, just because there are some people that like just get goofy with stuff. And 99% of you are all cool, and I wouldn't have a problem sharing it all. But publicly, there's some things that I'm just like, do I share this information or not? And that's one that I'm a little about when it comes to my family. Very protective. But I'll tell you, we met at work. OGP, don't miss a game tonight. Bills and Pats should be a great matchup. Yes, no, it really should. I'm very much looking forward to that game this evening. Very much looking forward to it. Thank you for your service with James. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Kevin, do you read books often? If so, your favorite authors? So I mean, I should read more, but I don't read as much as I should. But my I would probably just say, Stephen King, just because so many of his, I love reading the movies now that I had seen in the past. Like, for example, not too long ago, I checked out these right here. So The Shining, and then different seasons. And different seasons is because it's got like some different stories here. And one of them, The Body, is the basis for Stand By Me. That's a Stand By Me story. But so this is actually several different stories in here, but and of course The Shining. So I did check those out not too long ago, but I should read more. And so as far as saying a favorite author, I don't know. That's a tough one. Very interesting. You are a cool dude, but had no idea you were in the Marines before. Larry, yes, definitely. Out in my garage, I got a big Marine flag out there and stuff, and hanging in my closet, in my bedroom. I still have my dress blues that one day I shall be buried in. Cool. Thank you for your service, Chester. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Home Alone 1 and 2 dudes are best Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life. Yep. And one, check this out. If you haven't seen, I got my posters. I got a Miracle on 34th Street and White Christmas over there. I don't know if we have It's a Wonderful Life poster or not, but that's definitely one that maybe I'll get one of these days. Your video the other day motivated me to put up a Grinch poster today. Nice, Chester. Very cool. Yeah. And it's always nice. It takes a lot of work decorating and taking it down and all that stuff. But, I put these up and probably leave them up into January and then take them down. But if you don't put them up, then you can never appreciate your stuff. And so it's just tucked away. But yeah, I put up that video yesterday morning. Hopefully you've all had a chance to check it out. If not, I had a lot of fun with it. So maybe check it out. Die Hard sound like a porno. That's funny. What's up, Melatonin? Yes, super proud of you. Honestly, did more in one day than I did in your life. Oh, nah. We just got up earlier. Marines, we just got up earlier and did some crazy stuff. But yeah, the OGP number of times said that Christmas with the Cranks was on your top 5. Yeah, no, Christmas with the Cranks is very good. Definitely love that. Thank you for your service, God. Well, I appreciate. No, thank you very much. That's very nice of you. And glad you understand about. No. You don't need to apologize. You can ask anything you want. And if it's something that I am comfortable with talking about, then I most definitely will. I don't mind the questions at all. Not at all. Also, the world that has another place. Could you rent movies? Hollywood Video and Block. Yeah. There was a lot of places back in the day where you could rent movies, but not so much anymore. Your favorite Stephen King movies? Christine, Silver Bullet, Thinner, which was Stephen King. Well, The Shining is by far number one. Beyond that, Tough Call. Let's see. Yeah, top 10s and top 5s right now are out. I'm going to be winding down this video. I got a message here. I got to take care of some stuff. So trying to think of like top 10s and stuff are not going to happen today. And Woodbine, sorry, no giveaway today. Just dropping in. I was hoping the Welgo was going to send me a second copy of Alienoid, but I like this movie so much. I really want to keep a copy. So I recommend going out and grabbing it. So I won't be giving Alienoid away. I was hoping to, but I only got one copy from them this time. Yes, your very honorable friend Fluffy can attest to that. Yeah, no, Fluff and I are great friends. Yeah. Your favorite book is the Bible, the Alex Rider series, Sherlock Holmes, Chronicles of Narnia. Lots of good stuff right there. Lots of good stuff. Great idea you have putting posters behind other. Well, Sean, thanks. Yeah, no, it really, like, you protect them instead of having to roll them up and risking damaging them. Everything, you just pull them out, put them on top, and put your plastic on top. Put the edges back on. Boom, you're good to go. But you can never be too careful. No, when it comes to protecting your information, your family, stuff like that, you got to be careful. Have you played any video games lately? No, I have not. Will we ever see a PS2 collection from OGP? Maybe one day. Maybe they're all in crates out in the garage right now. I just don't have space to display them anymore. I just don't. There's just way too many of them. Good list of books. Larry Cool Gamer. Yeah, very, very much so, Kevin. I agree with you. Yep. Sean, peace out. Yeah, everybody, thank you for hanging out with me for it's been an hour and a half. Hasn't been the longest live stream I've ever done, but it's been fun hanging out and just chatting with you all for a while. That's all I really want to do, is hang out for a little bit and say hi to some of the folks that normally I don't get to say hi to because they're already in bed and maybe they're catching the replays or whatever. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad that you all have hung out with me for a little bit. And Master Chaos is going to be going live. If you're into Vinegar Syndrome, he's going to be having a live stream today talking about the releases. Let's see if I can find if he has it posted. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so at 4:00, so 22 minutes from now, you'll be able to see Master Chaos talking about the new Vinegar Syndrome releases for December. So if you are hanging out, looking for something to check out, go hang out with my homeboy Master Chaos. Some of the crew is going to be there as well. It looks like Bullet Blake and Tony of the Dead are going to be hanging out with them, talking about the Vinegar Syndrome releases for the month coming up. So definitely going to be a lot of fun over there. I'll try and drop in and listen to a little bit of that if I can. But I don't know. I've got some stuff going on, and there is a Bills and Pats game this evening that I definitely need to be checking out. And Tony Soprano's in the house.
We don't know.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Unfortunately, I gotta go, Tony. I got a jam, but everybody. I appreciate you hanging out. No, and it's always a pleasure to hang out with you all. That, to me, I appreciate you all. I'm sure way more than you appreciate hanging out here. You don't even understand how much it means to me that you all would hang out with me and just spend some time just bullshitting and talking about movies or whatever craziness we talk about. But it's been a lot of fun. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see. I'll be live Monday for sure. I had mentioned in a past live stream last week or the week before that I was going to try and go live at one of these conventions this weekend. I do still plan on doing that. Stephen Coronado, you take care as well. I do still plan on doing that. Master Chaos has mentioned that he was also wants to go live Saturday at Season Screaming. So maybe I'll just try and go live on Sunday. I'm not sure, but we shall see. I do plan on, so I'll have a video up for you tomorrow, and then there will also be a video up Sunday from the Season Screaming convention Saturday. So look for a video tomorrow, look for a video Sunday, and then we'll be back live on Monday again, doing it all up. Larry the Cool, you win something from me. I'll sign it and send it to you. I've done that for other folks. But anyways, everybody, have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Happy holidays. Hopefully you're all doing well and staying healthy and enjoying your lives. Take care, everybody. I will see you next time, which will be very, 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 very soon. Very, very soon. Very, very, very soon.